Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a clip from Andrew Yang in Iowa ahead of the Iowa caucus during a sit-down interview with MSNBC where Yang makes a remark that I think is worth talking about. Take a look.
I want to ask you about a moment, I believe it was on Saturday at one of your events, when you asked the crowd of Democratic supporters, presumably, to stop and give a round of applause for Trump voters in 2016. Strategically, I get it. You want to bring in those disaffected voters. But in this age of division, that stood out as an extraordinary moment. Why did you stop and do that?
I think it's really important, particularly here in Iowa, to try and bring people together because Iowa is a purple swing state that went to Trump by almost 10 points. And so if you look at the ground here, many people voted for Trump, or certainly they have friends and neighbors who voted for Trump. And so if you're going to make the case to the people of Iowa that you can help bring the country together, that has to start right here among the people that went to Trump just a few years ago. So the folks that voted for Trump and come to my events are now excited about my campaign. That's how we're going to win. And head-to-head matchups between me and Trump show that I'm the heaviest favorite to beat him one-on-one, in large part because 18% of college Republicans say they'd support me over the president. 10% of Trump voters in New Hampshire in one poll said they'd support me over the president. You know who's figured this out? President Trump. Because I'm the only candidate he has not tweeted a word about. He knows I'm better at the internet than he is.
So the question is there truth to this claim from Yang? The short answer is yes. A quick Twitter search appeared to confirm Yang's claim that the president, known for his tweeting about his political rivals, has not mentioned him on the platform. Trump has never used the term Andrew Yang in any of his tweets from his account @RealDonaldTrump. The only time Trump has used the word Yang in a tweet was in 2015, and that was to quote an account named Yang_Carl, which has since been suspended. Trump has responded to a tweet that mentioned Yang. In September 2019, Casey Dillon wrote on Twitter, "Here's the thing, I'm voting for Trump, but I wouldn't be friends with Trump. I'm not voting for Yang, but I'd definitely be his friend." The next day, the president retweeted Dillon's remark with a response, "I'm okay with that." So, why the lack of attention towards Yang? I mean, he is polling at 8% nationally, which would put him at 4th amongst all Democratic candidates, and Trump has tweeted about almost every other candidate that has been on the debate stage the past few months. Just take a look at all these tweets. So, this raises the question, why is Trump not talking about Yang? When it comes to re-election, Donald Trump has said this.
"Oh, I dream of these people every night. The only thing I worry about is that some total unknown that nobody ever heard of comes along."
Andrew Yang just might be that unknown. Scott Adams was the first to publicly predict a presidential win for Donald Trump, describing him as a master persuader. Adams noted that while traditional politicians argue with facts and figures and multi-point plans, master persuaders understand that people act and vote based on their emotions, not logic. Our emotions are driven by our beliefs and ultimately by our identity. Trump is an unabashed player of fear-driven identity politics, and therein lies the problem with most of the Democratic campaigns, and also our attempts to change our relatives' minds during the family barbecue. When you call out Trump's racism, his supporters hear you calling them racist. When you call out Trump's lies, his supporters hear you calling them liars. When you call out Trump's misogyny, his supporters hear you saying they hate women. They counter your facts with facts of their own. When you attack Trump directly, you are attacking the identity of people who voted for Trump. And there is nothing we won't do to preserve our identity. Andrew Yang takes a different approach. He explains that Trump isn't the problem. Trump's the symptom of working class Americans' problems and their frustration with traditional politicians. Instead of attacking Trump and indirectly Trump supporters, Yang talks about store closures and mass layoffs, and he offers a big, bold, unique solution in the form of universal basic income. An anchor of persuasion psychology is the need for a villain. We need a person or thing to blame so that we can feel that we are faultless ourselves. In Trump's universe, there are numerous villains, but primarily it's immigrants. In Yang's narrative, it's automation. The robots are taking our jobs. When it comes to the solution, we need something simple, unique, and ideally visual. For Trump's story, the big promise is we're going to build a wall and Mexico will pay for it. In Yang's story, he offers $1,000 a month for every American. And while the policy wonks will nitpick over how to fund UBI, and Yang can get in the weeds about value-added tax when he needs to, it isn't about the details. In persuasion, it's never about the details, it's about the direction. When it comes to universal basic income, it doesn't matter if it's $500 per month or $1,500 per month. It doesn't matter if taxing Amazon will pay for it or not. What matters is that UBI is a new, simple, bold answer that triggers our emotions. Yes, I deserve a dividend and the robot owners should pay for it. One persuasion point Yang still needs to develop is the promised land. While not original, Trump's Make America Great Again slogan remains effective because of its simplicity and because of another powerful persuasion variable, repetition. Presently, the Yang campaign's official slogan is humanity first. Swing voters probably care more about Americans than all of humanity, and while it's true that most people have a film-inspired fear of robots and AI, it's not exactly top of the mind. Yang often closes his remarks by saying, "Our vision is not left, it's not right, it's forward." And he may find the seeds of a future slogan in that sentiment. During primaries, it's understandable candidates need to throw red meat to the base to demonstrate their anti-Trump credentials. But the danger is that this message, a message that attacks Trump voters indirectly, will be broadcast too loudly or for too long and offend those who might actually switch their vote. The only hope of changing the minds of Trump supporters is to validate their problems and fears, point to a new villain and a bold solution, and finally, offer a meme-worthy compelling vision of the future. A recent poll conducted by Economist/YouGov found that Andrew Yang and Bernie Sanders are the only Democratic candidates with double-digit support from previous Trump voters. As Yang further refines and repeats his message, and as the established candidates continue to talk about Trump, we can expect this support to only get stronger. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe for more Andrew Yang content like this, and click the bell for notifications whenever we drop another video. And if you enjoyed the video, check out some of the videos on screen. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day, folks.